Alright, what's up, y'all? Grinding this race out with the Vision GT car that I just bought. Because I somewhat like how it is. I mean, you know, it's the Aston Martin Vision GT. Now, this is probably like the third or fourth vehicle I've bought that's a Vision GT that doesn't have an interior view for the car. And I don't know how many people know that there's cars in this game that don't have a cockpit view, but as you'll see as I scroll through the view, no cockpit, which is to me a bit of a letdown. Okay, I could see if this car was a prototype by Aston Martin, you know, like a car that was like legitimately going to be built and then like come out in the future. But I believe the Vision GT cars are designed specifically for Gran Turismo by manufacturers. Now, like, this might be, you know, like just a small thing to pick on in the game, you know, because there are way more expensive cars than the Vision GTs. I think like the Vision GTs are 1 million credits, but for this game to be on PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 and still have cars that don't have a full cockpit view or a full interior is a bit infuriating. You know, especially when the car costs $1 million to buy them, you know, it's like Polyphony needs to tell these manufacturers, be like, hey, if you're gonna do a Vision GT car, it needs to be completely done, you know, like it needs to have like a full cockpit, you know, like our interior on the car, you know, or we're not putting it in the game. And like, to me as a gamer, you know, or as a person that supports the game, you know, and like has pretty much played every single Gran Turismo from Gran Turismo 1. I never owned Gran Turismo 1, but I did play it, man. But I've owned like literally every single Gran Turismo 2 up until Gran Turismo 7. The only other one I did not own was Gran Turismo Sport. I didn't like the whole online, you know, like racing or online only racing or whatever like that. Even though this game has to be online, even for you to do like the offline racing, which I think is another stupid feature. You know, game's been out for 7 months, still can't sell cars or whatever, but from what I hear on how the, you know, selling of the cars is going to work, it's not even going to be worth it, you know, like, so, but, I mean, to have cars on these generation of consoles, you know, like PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5, and not have an interior in it is just, it's stupid, like, to me, like, it really is, like, the only way I can describe it, you know, especially, you know, like, when, you know, you're basically grinding out races like this, you know, to buy these vehicles, you know, you win this race and you get a clean race, it only pays out 800-something thousand, and this car costs $1 million, you know, it's like, it doesn't even cover the cost of the car, and for it to not have a full interior, like, that is just stupid as hell. I mean, you look at games like Forza, you know, like Motorsport or Forza Horizon, I don't believe any of their cars in those games, you know, lack a cockpit on the current gen or next gen consoles. So, bit of a letdown there, Polyphony. I mean, but then again, Polyphony have been letting people down on this game pretty much since day one. You know, with these updates, drip feed cars. People thought, you know, that the way they were updating the game, that we would get a new track. This past update, which we did, and we got 4 cars. I mean, you know, can't really complain about the cars, but you know, like only one extra like cafe mission, you know, which like honestly, like Polyphony needs to wake up and listen to the people that are playing this game and supporting it and for like what those people want. You know, like, okay, you know, like, yes, I love getting cars in the game. You know, to me, I'm like, okay, yes, the more cars the game has, you know, like, the better the game because it gives us something else to drive or something like that. You know, like that's fine and dandy, you know, but like more tracks, not like course layouts or whatever you want to, you know, call it from existing tracks, you know, but like actual like more courses would be lovely, you know, like honestly, like I know this is a like track racing game, and people might argue this, man, but like add some point-to-point racing, man, like yo, throw Pikes Peak in the game, man, like you got all these Pikes Peaks cars, like the Escudo, the that version of the what is it, the R31 Skyline, and stuff like that, you know, like yo, put a mountain pass in this game, you know, like find a way to make it a circuit or something, you know, like put like a like sharp turn at the top and the bottom, so like you can race up it and race down it, or something like that, you know, like that would be great, especially for people that enjoy drifting in this game, even though, you know, like it's kind of pointless because like you really don't make money drifting in this game, but I mean still it would be beneficial, you know, especially, you know, for like online lives, you know, like for your friends, you know, like you just want to hang out and have fun in the game or something like that, like it would be a blast, you know. But I honestly don't know, man, like, and then God, I've talked about the roulette ticket system over and over, like honestly I kind of hate it, like I really do, like the past 3 days or past 3 resets were like the daily like miles or whatever like that, all I've gotten is 3-star roulette tickets, and out of the two out of the 3 I got the least amount of coins, like, but today I got, what was it, like a Hyundai Genesis, I think it was like a GR4 or whatever, GT4 or whatever the fuck it's called, like car, you know. So as far as the roulette tickets go, I think there needs to be a way to where, like I've said before in previous videos, you know, to where you can earn multiple roulette tickets per day. Like start off the first one maybe at 25 miles and then double it, you know, and like if you want to play the game the entire day, you can just keep earning roulette tickets, man. So like 25 miles, boom, you get the first one, 50 miles, boom, you get the next one, 100 miles, boom, you get the next one, 200 miles, boom, another one, you know. And then like maybe like once you hit that like 500 to 1,000 miles driven in a day, like you only get 6-star roulette tickets with like engine swaps or performance parts, you know, and like people would play the shit out the game if they added that in, you know, like they would just be grinding, you know, earning money and getting roulette tickets, man. Like how hard is it to make a game that makes fucking sense? You know, like what goes through these game developers' minds, man? Like, you know, like, yo, let's see what we can add into this game that's going to piss off our fans, you know, because we're not going to listen to them, and because it has the name Gran Turismo, and we told them it was going to be similar to the older Gran Turismo, people are going to buy it, you know, because they want that nostalgia, you know, feeling. Like, don't get me wrong, man, like, I mean, yes, I'm shitting on this game, you know, like, but it's not a terrible game, you know, like, at the end of the day, you know, like, it's still fun, and I like racing games, so yes, I'm going to play it. But it's just so many small things Polyphony could do that make sense, that would make this game a lot better, you know, that to me is just common sense. You know, I mean, damn, man, like, you could put a bunch of monkeys in a room and I feel like they could come up with better ideas than some of these game developers, man. Like, honestly, you know, like, and you would think, you know, with Kaz, or whatever his name is, being a person, you know, that's like into the car culture or whatever, you know, and stuff like that his games would be better. And then like there's still a lot missing car-wise, course-wise, customization-wise, man. Like, why should we have to like get performance parts from roulette tickets? Like if it's a performance part, it should be able to be bought. That's just my thoughts on that, and my honest opinion on that. I don't get why we're still having to, when like the engine swaps are, like the like extra high RPM turbo or the bigger supercharger, or the titanium rods and pistons or etc. Like you should be able to buy those from the performance shop. That's just my opinion. Honestly, like in like customization, like yes, it's a track racing game. It's not a Need for Speed, it's not a Midnight Club, but I honestly would like to see more customization. Like what, like 2 maybe like bumpers and side skirts and rear bumpers for like most cars, and then like 2 wings plus like the custom wing or something like that. Man, it's kind of lackluster. I'd also like to see more wheel companies added into the game. Like that would be cool. Like yes, we don't need anything, like the colored headlights or neon lights, because it's a track racing game. So like that I fully understand. But what would be cool, I don't know how they would implement it into the game, would be to at least allow us to put maybe like gauge clusters in certain cars. I feel like that wouldn't be too hard to do. Like aftermarket steering wheels, like detachable steering wheels would be pretty dope. And then like racing seats or something like that. I feel like when you do a weight reduction on a car, it should change how the inside of that car looks, because like weight reduction, like you're stripping door panels, you're removing seats, you're making the car lighter, and then like if you have a stage 3 or stage 4 weight reduction and the inside of your car still looks the same, it's not like that in real life. Yet Kaz and Polyphony, stated that, they wanted to be this game to be realistic. That's why some of the cars in the Legend dealership are so fucking expensive. Like just stuff that makes sense. Like that's all I'm saying, man. Like make it make sense. Like you say one thing and then they do the other, basically. And like let me know what y'all think below, like cars y'all would like to see in the game. Like I've stated this so many times in previous videos, man. Like the Mitsubishi Eclipse lineup, man. Like why are there no DSMs in this game? Like at least the 1st gen, 2nd gen, and 4th gen. Skip the 3rd gen. Like not too many people like the Eclipse with the freaking like lines in the door or the spider, or whatever like that. Like I'm not a huge fan of that one, but I mean hell, add all 4 Eclipses, man. The only one that I wouldn't add would be the SUV one. Like and then you could go into like Toyota and then Lexus, man. Like where's the SC300, where's the IS300, where's the LFA? I don't believe the BMW i8 is in this game. The Toyota Altezza is not in this game. Altezza, however you want to pronounce it. Like it's so many cars, man. Like where's the Honda Prelude, the CRX? I mean hell, there's probably still a handful of Honda Civics they could add. And then here's another thing that kind of irritates me too. Each update are they've been sneaking in engine swaps into the updates, because you could take the Suzuki Escudo motor and put it in the Evo 10. And like they don't even list like the engine swaps or whatever like that in the updates of the game. So it's like, how are we supposed to know, like what motors we can put in certain cars? That's what I'm saying, man. Like the performance parts, like they just need to be in the performance shop. You know, that way you know what you're able to do, like what engines you can swap in what cars, you know, could take like the bigger turbos and stuff like that. Like you need to be able to buy it. You know, like it makes sense, man. That's why polyphony doesn't do it. Jeez, man, like I feel like I could just make a series of videos on Gran Turismo 7 that would just be nothing but rant videos, honestly. You know, it's sad because like a lot of people want this game to be good, you know, like it is, like it doesn't suck, but it's just a lot of stuff in this game that doesn't make sense. And like you can vaguely see my driver inside this car from the side view, but if you look at it from the front, the window is completely tinted out. So like it's like, okay, this car has an interior but no interior view. Like I don't understand that. And honestly, I feel like, yo, if the Vision GT car does not have a full cockpit view, it should not be 1,000,000 credits. It should be maybe like half the credits because you're not getting a full car, so why should you pay full price for it? And hell, man, like they could add more trucks into this game as well, you know, like honestly, man, like yo, Ford Lightning, the Chevrolet S10, the Chevy Colorado. I mean, there's some like smaller Nissan trucks, man, they could add into the game. You know, like Mazda pickup trucks, Toyota. I mean, it's so many vehicles they could add into the game to add on to the list, you know, like some other like YouTubers or Gran Turismo players have stated, man, like this game needs a large update, you know, not this drip feed crap, you know, or these cafe like extra menu things, man, like, oh, if you got the cars, man, like, yo, here's a roulette ticket, you know, type shit. You know, like they need to find a way to better implement that, man. Like there needs to be more serious, man. Like, yo, do JDM versus domestic or something, you know, like, or you know, Ford versus Chevy, you know, like something like that, man. I mean, you could have Subaru versus or like the WRX versus the Evo, you know, Toyota Supra versus the RX-7. I mean, just it's so many things that they could do with this game, you know, that would make sense. It really is. You know, I mean, you got all these tracks, but you know, it's only specific cars, you know, like you can race on the courses unless you go into the custom race and then set up a race yourself, you know. So it's like, and then like there's also a lot of features, or well, I ain't gonna say features, but things in this game that like I really haven't even touched. Like most of the missions, I haven't done them. Some of the quote unquote, what you want to call them, like endurance races, man. Like I haven't run that hour-long race. Like, I mean, honestly, like I'm like, what's the point? You know, when I can sit here and run this one. This one right here is probably one of the easiest races to win, honestly. Like if you got a car that's like close to the 700 performance peak, I feel like anything that has like 350 horsepower or higher, you could probably win this race if you get the pit strategy right. So I mean, you know, it's not difficult. But I don't know what else to talk about or rant about, but honestly, man, like I said, I want to see a little bit more customization. You know, what racing game doesn't have hood customization or like custom hoods? Just saying. You know, like it would be nice to have like some hood options for the cars. you know, or something like that. I'm not gonna hold my breath on that. You know, like that's something small. I don't think Gran Turismo has ever done that. But I mean, damn, man, like they added roll cages into this. So like, let me know what y'all think on the customization side. If y'all see this video, what cars you want to see added into the game, because damn, there's a lot of them, man. Like, yo, the Buick GNX, like that would be a nice muscle car, man. Like, I know like there's more, the game needs more muscle cars, period, man. And like, I'm not even a muscle car fan, like talking about, and I'm saying that, but you know, like as far as like Japanese cars or Asian cars and like European cars, like this game is loaded with them. But as far as like American cars, not so much. You know? Man, like yo, like I feel like, what was it yet? Like this, I don't care too much for it. The freaking music rally or whatever the hell that's called, I don't think anybody likes that. There's probably nobody that's freaking played that since the fucking game launched. Like that was a stupid feature. So like just take that out of the game. Take the need for having this game online to like run, like, you know, the freaking like World Circus, to check the used car, the brand dealership, and the Legends car, man. Like everything in this damn menu right here, other than the sport and the multiplayer, should not require online in order to play it. Like, I don't understand why it's like that, because like I've seen people saying, man, like, yo, once they shut the servers down for this fucking game, you know, regardless whether you have a disc version or not, you're not going to be able to play it, man. So like that needs to be honestly one of the updates, man, like where they freaking pass that out, man. And like the only thing you need online for should be sport and multiplayer, yo. Like that would make too much sense though, right? Like hell, I don't even know what the fuck a showcase is. Like honestly, what is this? Like that tells you how, like, okay, yeah, that's where like people like show off their like, okay, never mind. But yeah, like I don't know what else to say. It would have been nice to have like some kind of like avatar or driver customization other than like the race suits and the helmets. Like we should have been able to pick like a male or female driver, but that's just me being nitpicky. Kind of like with the Vision GT car. So like, let me see if I can remember which ones. I know it's at least 2 or 3 I have that don't have a cockpit. But like I said, man, that's irritating for like a car that's cost $1 million or that's worth $1 million, and it doesn't have a fucking cockpit view, man. Like that's dumb as hell. The other one was like some weird ass brand, yo. Like I ain't even never heard of it. I believe, I think the RX Vision might have one. I can't. I'm trying to think. But I do know it's multiple Vision GT cars that do not have a cockpit view. I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, I know for sure. This one right here doesn't have one. So like I know that's at least 2. Maybe the Infinity or the Nissan. Like I cannot remember. I don't really want to drive them. But anyway, y'all, this has been a long video, man. Like I know it's probably gonna be boring, but at least y'all did get to watch me race a little bit. But like I said, man, like let me know what y'all think below, man. Like I mean, how do y'all feel about these Vision GT cars not having a cockpit and them still costing $1 million credits? Let me know what y'all think about the roulette tickets. Like I mean, like I feel like they have gotten better since the game come out, but in my opinion they still freaking suck. I think you should be able to buy every performance part instead of like having to win certain ones from the roulette ticket. Same with like the engine swaps. I mean, like I still have like a few engine swaps here, but like I don't know what to put them in. And also like like, just do away with the fucking roulette tickets, man. Like, honestly, man, like, they're trash. Or do like I said, man, like, make it to where, like, they basically double, you know, like, you can earn more, man. So, like, 25 miles, 50 miles, 100 miles, 200 miles, you know, like, etc. Or, like, maybe 250, then go to 500, something. But anyway, I'm gonna wrap this video up, man. Let me know what y'all think below. You know, what cars you want to see in the game, what you think this game needs. Does it need more cars? Or, you know, do you feel like it needs more tracks, man? Like, what side are you on that? I feel like it needs both. But anyway, y'all, peace out.